This is Buzz. Buzz is about people, the future, and change, all over the world. This is Buzz. There are no walls. Music, media, art, culture, people. Today meets tomorrow. Your mind meets Buzz.
And so we go on into the next millennium we shouldn't have any fear about anything.
By the year 2000, I hope to be a computer scientist. And I hope the world will be computerized.
The future is a very strange lady.
国際的な真の理解ですね。
You see all these people here, we're going to have to live together and love, or else we're going to destroy the whole universe.
Jeg bekymrer mig for alle de negative mennesker, der findes.
I believe that if something will happen, it will happen anyway. So why to waste time on fear?
A AIDS transformou o amor numa coisa proibida, esterilizável e restrita. Isso é meio apavorante.
Med bedste fængsel er certificate. Not doubted.
I think the worst thing that could happen would be if everything kind of stayed the same.
Sometimes I feel like blowing up the earth.
The only thing I care about year 2000, it's me.
Da bi zmagale človeške vrednote nad vsemi računalniki in vsem tem tehničnim napredkom.
What am I afraid of? The future.
Yeah, I'd like to go to another planet.
Just make sure you aren't caught just watching.
We live in a very fast information, easy access type society where, because we sort of sandwich, everything's a soundbite nowadays, and so everything has to be condensed into like a minute or less.
And as far as simulating the past, what do you call that when they use the record? Here it is!
Evil of all, pure, shameless, total.
Robbed of our language.
Appropriation, cut-up techniques of William Burroughs.
Everybody copying everybody else. Appropriation at the source of any artistic creation, no matter what.
Sampling cuts up the past to create the future, in that music has always been self-referential and feeds on itself, goes back, rediscovers itself.
That's creativity.
I think that the sampling ethos is similar to the punk ethos.
You said it was an art, so now we're gonna rip you apart.
Putting a sampled record together can be like making a collage.
Cut up. Everybody copying everybody else. Appropriation.
You cut up a picture of a Coke can, you put that against some newspaper background, a photo of this, a photo of that. You mix and match.
Can you be original?
Robbed of our culture. Lies.
Every photograph lies.
Lies. This one you hide the truth.
And if you use photo montage, you can produce something which is a lot closer to reality.
That's creativity.
Appropriation and theft. In fact, they both mean the same thing, just one sounds moral and the other one doesn't.
Because bad copies, as Andy Warhol always knew, was what makes art work.
We are not responsible.
Something doesn't have to justify itself to anyone.
We are not responsible to steal anything in sight.
The viewer should pick up those images and subvert them. The viewer.
Evil of all.
Cut up technique.
Can you be original?
Evil of all.
Culture. You said it was an art.
We can salute the rap artists of the 80s who have single-handedly and openly promoted the art of music theft.
Okay.
My name is Sid Mead, and I call myself a conceptual futurist. The marvels that were predicted have come true. People just get to a point where they say, we want this, and then it happens. And so the future comes true faster and faster. The whole attachment to believing that a future can happen in a certain way is starting with the familiar, then adding a little bit of twist to the familiar, and then it allows you to bridge across and make the jump to something that's kind of weird. We called it retro deco or trash chic. And we just invented this junky, overlaid, retrofitted look, which became very identifiable as the Blade Runner look. Designing for the future, it's a challenge because you're creating an alternate, real experience.
Every day, the future comes into sharper focus. Blade Runner, Barbarella. Some movies are never made. We spend a lot of time trying to see tomorrow. Will we know it when we see it?
Come, let's travel into the future. What will we see?
It's a smog mask.
This world of tomorrow is a world of beauty. These eternal things, wrought by God, are lovely and unchanging.
And concentrate on the forward look. Oh, well, those will be the days.
2, 1, 0, all engine running. Liftoff, we have a liftoff, 32 minutes past the hour.
Glimpses into the future. Glimpses into the future.
A
A world with a future in which all of us are tremendously interested. Because that is where we are going to spend the rest of our lives.
So when you hear a hacker, you think of some evil pre-adolescent in his home room with his Commodore 64 breaking into places and deleting people's phones accounts. This is not true.
Hacking primarily is about exploring systems to its absolute limits, but then beyond that, it's about questioning whether those limits really exist.
Hacking is an expression of your being. It's an obsession. It can be an addiction.
I do a lot of actually professional hacking, you might call it, or cracking, whereas I'll be hired by a company to break into their own machine and basically test it for security problems.
And there are lots more clever little ways of breaking into the system, so there's always this escalating war between the cracker versus the system. Those people just don't care about people breaking into their system. And usually when hackers run into that kind of a person, then they have more of an incentive to make this guy care, okay, by doing something that might be a little malicious, like releasing a virus or cyrus.
NASA got hit by one which was supposed to destroy the NASA computers, thus will stop them from sending missiles up and spy satellites.
I think viruses we're going to be seeing a lot more of them. You're seeing just the very beginnings right now of what they can do. Oops, one got loose and caused, what was the final figure? $268 million worth of just downtime.
Political power is exercised by control of information channels.
I'm particularly interested in the development of open communication systems using computers, systems for the development of community. I'm also interested in effect, sort of passing out the guns. If computers can be used against us, the only protection about that is to give everybody a computer.
I began to hit a certain realization that if lots of people could do the kinds of things that I could do, then, for instance, breaking into computers, getting information, finding out what's really going on, they're a lot harder to control. They go from being just users into people in control of the situation. If I don't like a company, I could carry out a personal vendetta and really give them a hard time. Wipe databases, destroy their products, do whatever I felt like doing. Even governments can't do that.